Hey, what's up, guys? I'm coming at you with a quick hit on why politicians often get it wrong, this time coming from the mouth of Pennsylvania Governor John Fetterman. He is going to make some very, very stupid statements about free speech, getting them entirely incorrect. Now, this wouldn't be concerning if this wasn't the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania, who's also considering a 2022 Senate run to the United States Senate. This person wants to be in charge of you and doesn't even understand the concepts of free speech. Let's give him a listen. I mean, I think Pennsylvania was an important state in the election too, but I don't know. Let's see what he has to say.
So this idea that saying that Pennsylvania was rigged or that we were trying to steal the election, unquote, that's a lie. And that you do not have the right, that is not protected.
Yes, you do have the right to lie. First of all, accepting the premise that it's a lie, yes, you have the right to lie. But, whether or not it's a lie, I don't know that John Fetterman is the guy who gets to determine whether or not that's a lie. Many people have raised some concerns about this, and not the least of which were actually brought in some pretty interesting court cases like Kelly versus Bookvar, cases that questioned the actual changing of Pennsylvania law through the courts, not the legislature, leading up to the election. But that being said, even if it is a lie, you do have the right to say it. The government can't tell you not to lie, except in very rare and specific circumstances. But he goes on.
Protected speech. The second those tweets went up, they should have been deleted. That's not deplatforming.
That is deplatforming. That is absolutely deplatforming. If you just determine, if some weirdo bald government official gets to determine that something's a lie and then it doesn't get to be said, that is censorship and deplatforming, John. It's the literal definition of it.
Forming someone, it's deleting lies that are yelling fire in a crowded theater when there is none.
This needs to stop. This needs to stop. This article, I'm going to put it in the link in the description below. You should check it out. It's from The Atlantic in 2012. You can actually find tons of writing about this. This is one of the most commonly misquoted or misstated quotes on free speech. It was issued by Oliver Wendell Holmes. Everybody says it. Oh, you can't say fire in a crowded theater. The reality is you pretty much can. That is likely protected speech. Now, this case that it's from, Schenck is the case, was actually overturned in Brandenburg versus Ohio, and Schenck was a bad decision, a very bad decision. I'm not going to get too far into it. Again, you can read down below. Schenck was an exercise of censorship during a time of war, and when the country was no longer in the same war and cooler heads prevailed, they undid the damage that was caused by Schenck. And Oliver Wendell Holmes would go on to disagree with himself in several cases that followed. He would later be quoted as saying, basically, the ultimate tribute to the Constitution is that more speech is better, never less. So stop using it, John. It's completely incorrect, and you should be embarrassed because you should know better. Let's finish this up.
And there's a difference. That is not protected speech.
It is.
He can talk all day about what his favorite football team is or that he's the greatest president in the history of the world. But no one, Republican, Democrat, whatever, has the right to say those kind of incendiary lies.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. First of all, accepting the premise that they're lies is the first step. But even if they are, you have the right to lie. Outside of very, very limited circumstances, you do have the right to disagree with some dummy in Pennsylvania. That's okay. He doesn't get to determine that your speech is a lie and therefore it can be removed. That's the actual opposite of the intent of the First Amendment. The entire purpose of the First Amendment is to protect speech that is not simple and tame about football or being good at something. It's about protecting controversial political speech. And we are losing the spirit of the First Amendment every single day that we forgive and apologize places like Twitter for removing speech that they determined isn't palatable to their political agenda. And people like Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman are an embarrassment to free speech. He should be unelected immediately. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Tell me if you think that I'm a liar, if you think John's a liar. We got all the free speech in the world. Drop a comment. Let me know what's up. Hit like, hit subscribe. We'll talk about more of these legal and political issues very soon. Peace be with you.